This was Grace Christian School. Back in the days when I went here for the second half, transferred here February the 1st of my 6th grade year, and went here for my 7th grade year from February 1st, 1985 to June 1986. Had some good memories here. The principal was Mr. Tripp. For my 6th grade year, my teacher was Miss Outlaw. Now, as soon as I came into the class, one of the girls, Sandra Sauber, kept smiling at me, tried to pass me a note. But I was going to be the good old kid. I didn't accept it because in class you weren't supposed to pass notes. I wanted to be the good Christian kid. But that day we played some basketball. The girls were on my team. Stephanie Anderson, Sandra Sauber, and Barbara Whaley, and Jeff Ellsworth. There were 5 of us, and the other boys, Johnny Wilson, Doug Dieters, and Chuck Hinson were on the team. We beat them. Of course, I was thinking, I wish Jeff was not on the team. I wish Jeff had been on their team so I could have had all the girls to myself. Sheila Shaver saw me. You know, Jeff Ellsworth, when the teacher left the classroom, and the older students, the bell rang for them to change classes. Well, Jeff Ellsworth called Sheila and Jamie over. Sheila, and she was talking to them, and she saw me and said, "Hey, you in the back, what's your name?" I'm like, "Who, me?" Because she was good looking. She had her sleeves rolled up, and I said, "My name is Chris." And she's like, "I'm Sheila, and this is Jamie. The hottest girls in the school, Sheila Shaver, Jamie Sullivan, and Robbie Sullivan. Robbie and Jamie were twins. They were the hottest girls in the school. And they liked me. And I liked that. I think Sheila kind of had a crush on me. Somebody else told me that. I was cute back then. The girls seemed to like me. I remember playing softball in the field. I loved it because it would be us 6th graders and the girls from the higher grades. I like to try to impress the girls with how hard I could hit. In the 7th grade, however, my teacher was Mr. Tripp. Now, my homeroom teacher was Mr. Humphrey. He led. Then was Miss Angie Scheimer, and then that was Miss Connie Spence. And they were my math and science teachers, and then my history and Bible teacher was Mr. Tripp, Tommy Chip. He was the principal, and then Miss Harris was my English teacher, and then we had study hall. Oh, I remember we had a volleyball net right here. We played volleyball. I remember Todd Tyson and the wannabe preacher Jeffrey Hoffman were sitting over there one time on that air conditioning. It was not covered by then, and Todd Tyson kept singing mockery of the Beverly Hillbillies. This is a story about a man named Jed. Poor motherfucker barely kept his family fed. Yeah, and finally, he said when he got that to the part, poor motherfucker barely kept his family fed. Jeff Hoffman chimed in with him, and they both sang it together. Poor motherfucker barely kept his family fed. He wanted to be a preacher. Oh, good memories. Oh, good memories. Out there, behind that building. Oh, I remember sometimes we played football in the 7th grade year. Mr. Tripp's class, we'd play football, tag football. I was a coward, afraid to block the people. So when I would try to run, Mr. Tripp would grab me and force me to block. And it wasn't so bad. I was young, I was good, I was cute, I was good, but I was a chicken shit. The boys, Chuck Hinson, Doug Dieters, and Jeffrey Ellsworth, they were jealous of me. They did not like me. They came to my house and tried to beat me up one day. But I called my mom, and they were running, and I threw rocks at them as they were fleeing. In that field there on Mr. Tripp's, when in my 7th grade year, our class would play softball, and he had some weird rules. 1 strike, you're out. 1 foul, you're out. I guess to give everybody a chance to play. And if there's a lot of people, if you were a right-hand hitter and hit it left field, you're out. That was weird. Yep. That's where I went to school. The second half of my 6th grade year and the whole 7th grade year. Oh, I remember. My favorite thing was to talk about a story named Why. About a war I had with the Yellow Jackets from November 4th, 1984 to November 10th, 1984. That was my pride and joy. I told the girls about that because that's how I built my self-esteem, was by being able to defeat wasps. Because I had really bad self-esteem. And when in the 7th grade, I was obsessed with the Transformers. They used to make fun of me. Mr. Tripp used to make fun of me for being so obsessed with the Transformers. You'll probably be 35 years old. Don't mess with that Transformer. Mr. Tripp could be a fireball. If someone was driving the car, he'd be like, oh. And that's where we had chapel. Every Wednesday after break time, we had chapel there. Mr. Aubrey Florence was the preacher here. Sometimes Mr. Tripp would preach. The principal. I remember one time they had 4 or 5 girls singing over there, sitting on that step, and I had to go in, and I pretended like I was annoyed, but that was because I was afraid of them thinking that I was afraid that if I didn't act annoyed, they'd think they'd see right through me how much I really wanted them to like me and admired them for how pretty they were. Yeah, Sheila, Jamie, Robbie, Jada Davis, and some other girl. There's Jana Potter. She was Miss Outlaw's daughter. There's the Kavita Swanee. Well, that's the tour from where I went to school from the 6th and 7th grade.